Property values around Wisconsin took another tumble as we continue to take a look at our economy, your future. All real estate suffered last year, according to a state report released today.
Most notably, residential property, which saw values statewide plummet billions of dollars. But state officials believe the conditions are turning around this year, although not everyone agrees. Fox 11's Mark Leland brings us our balanced coverage.
Many home sellers are finding property is not a good investment these days, with values going down.
In a lot of cases, if you bought your house in the last 6 to 8 years, you're selling it for the same or less than what you bought it for, unfortunately.
Rick Turriff got into the real estate business 6 years ago when home values were going up each year. Now he sees those looking to sell shocked at what their house is worth.
Because even if you can get the house sold, we are running into issues where we're not getting the appraisals to support the purchase price.
The State Department of Revenue reports residential property fell in 2009 on average by 3.5%. That's a loss of $12.9 billion.
These numbers relate back to last year when the housing market and the economy hit the bottom.
Not all properties are equal. In general, waterfront real estate, recreational properties, and undeveloped land all fared pretty well, seeing only a slight reduction in value. Homeowners can take comfort in the fact that Wisconsin's decline in property values is nowhere near the national average of 5.6%. And Wisconsin fared much better than its neighboring states of Michigan, Minnesota, and Illinois, which all saw declines of more than 7%. Department of Revenue officials report in the first half of this year, real estate values are showing signs of recovery.
That things are picking up. We're seeing more transfer filing returns, and we're seeing a lot more activity. So things are moving forward and picking up.
But over at Shore West Real Estate, Turriff isn't so sure the worst is behind us.
This has been dragging on longer than I thought it was gonna. I thought it was gonna be a year or two, and it just seems to keep going.
Real estate agents tell me if property values do rebound, now just might be a great time to invest in residential property, especially if you're buying from a motivated seller. Tom?
Thanks, Mark. And interest rates, of course, are at record lows as well. Let's take a closer look tonight at how unusual this declining trend is and what the difference has been around our area. Here's the value of Wisconsin property. That's residential, commercial, agriculture, all Wisconsin property last year. Then the $16 billion drop total this year, and the 2010 level about the same as 2007. Now, this drop is noteworthy because it is the largest one-year drop, dollar amount and percentage, since the State Revenue Department started keeping these records 50 years ago, 1960. In fact, property values have declined in only 3 of those years, 1986, last year, and this year. By contrast, in the late 70s, the increases were in the 15% range. Let's break out this 3.1%. Of the 6 cities noted in the state's report in our area, property values dropped in Oshkosh, in Fond du Lac, in Green Bay, in Manitowoc, and the highest was in Sheboygan. Only Appleton showed an increase at 1.3%.